Hello and welcome to my channel, AB Make It Artworks, where we do what we do to make that artwork for you. And today's video is going to be a rant and haul about how you shouldn't have to break the bank to make art and get some art swank. So I'm going to be sharing some stuff that I got off of Wish that I think maybe you guys would be interested in or maybe would like, and just talk about how you shouldn't have to spend bunches and oodles of money to get nice things. So I'm probably going to start with the cheapest items, which will go with this glove. This is a glove to help prevent you from smearing your drawings. $2. Fits me all right, not too bad. Like if you don't like something on Wish, you could just send it back and get your money's worth back. Just $2. It's not terrible. Only reason I got one instead of making one from like gloves is that I live on a tropical island and they have no use for winter attire because there's no such thing as that. Next thing that was $2. These pens. I love these pens. They're all very nice. There's some retro style pens and there's $2 each and they have such a fan tip. Like look at that. It's so tiny. Love how these things write. It's really tiny. I could have made that bigger. Ink flow is pretty nice. After I've played with it for a bit, I haven't touched some of these colors in a little bit, but yeah, they have very bright colors, very nice liners. And I'm just gonna play with them for a bit so that you can see all the different colors. Yeah, pens. I like pens. I'll do this a lot. But yeah, when it comes to the set of 6 pens, they're random, what colors you can end up with, and I like the colors I got, and they're nice pens. Also, for $2, I got all these babies. Oh yeah, that is way cheaper than I will ever find it in a store, especially on an island that lacks art supply stores, and I love them. They're kind of random too. Like I expected to get one 005 to 8 to brush, but I did get the brush. I'm excited about that. I'm happy about that, so happy. I'll probably do more tests of the line width later because it takes a little bit of time and I go quiet when I'm drawing, which is why it's so hard to like draw and talk. But yeah, getting 9. Oh, I have 10. I got 10 microns. 4, 6, 8, 10. I got 10 microns. I got 10 microns, which you know would be $20 if you went to an art supply store for $2 on Wish. I think one of them was all exploded and gooby. A couple of them end up being the same kind. Like I got 2 01s and 2 5s. I got 2 1s and 2 5s, and that was kind of sad. Look at that. Look at that. That's exciting though. Sometimes you get more, sometimes you get less by accident, and that's amazing. Then we have these babies. We have these 2 little sketchbooks, and they're toned because I can't find many toned papers on an island that has no art supply stores. I have to get like cardstock and make my own little sketchbooks, and that's a bit pricey eventually once you add it up. But yeah, these were I think also $2, or maybe no wait, I think these ones are actually 4. They're listed as free, but shipping was $4. But this one I know was 3, and it's sort of retro C style kind of sketchbook. It's also got tinted paper, and it looks relatively nice. It came out to be kind of small. Like some of the sketchbooks, I was expecting a little bit bigger, but then I was like, you know what, considering the price that I just paid, that makes sense. So yeah, more toned papers. It got squished to my husband's bag when he got it. I think the most expensive thing on the haul was this Be Creative watercolor book. You can see it's much bigger than the last sketchbooks. Well, it's not much bigger. It's about, let me think, 6 by 7? Yeah, that's about a 6 by 7 sketchbook. And these are like 4 by 5. So it's bigger. And I think it was 20 bucks for this watercolor book. And that's gonna help me because I want to try to get better at watercolor, but I kind of suck at it. And that's what I got from Wish. And that wasn't super expensive. Like, favorite thing, these guys, Wish, $2, 10 pens. What even? What even, Wish? So if you're looking for like cheaper art supply sources, sometimes online you'll see sales. Sometimes just go to Wish, but you should never have to break the bank to do what you do to make artwork for you. So that being said, let's get a new page and get on with the doodle time.
So here we are with the doodle, and I am sketching in with a mechanical pencil. It's one of those twist pencils. My husband happened to have it lying around, and I figured he probably doesn't use this anymore since he just had it at the bottom of a box. And I figured that for this piece I was just going to stick with the Micron pens. Now when I tested them out, I kind of tested them out off-site below the drawing, so you can't see the marks and sketches that I did of the line width with different pressures. And I realized when I was going through that I probably accidentally mixed one of my old ones by mistake, so I definitely got what I paid for, which was 9 micron pens for $2, which still amazing. You may have to use them for a little bit to get that ink flow in just right, as I found with like some of the bigger sizes, but overall I really liked it. I really enjoyed how this drawing came out. I really like how my little nymph dryad came out. She looks super cute. But yeah, if you're working on sketchwork and just trying to figure out yourself as an artist, I would not recommend buying expensive art supplies because it's not very ethical, one, and it just overall it's just like not very ethical to spend more money than you get out of it. So there's no point spending $20 on 2 markers to try to work with a medium. Like, spend $8 on a set of 5 markers. Spectrum Noir. There's plenty of alcohol-based markers. This is just an example, and I'm running with it. And you can experiment and play with them. Prismacolors are relatively cheap, considering the price point for their markers, but they do have their downsides with the fact that they're not refillable. And the only time I can really recommend paying more for your supplies is if you want it to last longer. And if you plan on selling it or using it for mass production of items, such as prints or work that you're getting paid for. But even then, you can work with certain materials and not have to break your bank. Like pencils will relatively work the same no matter what sets you get them in for hardness and softness. Erasers do their job, they erase. And so sometimes when I did commissions, I would just do plain graphite pencils with maybe color pencil accents, depending on what it was that the person was requesting of me. And the color pencils I used were Crayola. Don't get me wrong, Crayolas are like my jam. They are the shit in my opinion of the cheap brands, and they're pretty good for what I'm working with. Like, you keep that thing sharp, you keep it on point, and you've got a great pencil that's not super expensive. Are there better pencils out there in the world? Yeah, but if you don't know how to use those pencils, it is going to annoy you so bad. Like I remember when I was younger and I won one of my first art contests, I bought myself a set of Prismacolors. And I think I got a couple of markers too. I love those markers. Obviously, I still use them, even though I transitioned to Copics eventually. But I had an understanding by that point how alcohol-based markers work. But when I first used an expensive material that I had no understanding for how to use, it frustrated me so bad. And that's why I say, don't break your bank just to learn how to use a certain material, because unless you watch videos and learn how to, you're going to be so frustrated at the beginning. And when it comes to different types of mediums, you may have to go for a higher price point, but that's because you want it to be able to last a long time. I'm looking for the word. Probably not going to remember it until I post the description on this video, but you have to make it very time friendly and you want it to last a long time. Then I can see taking and putting more money towards that material. Otherwise, you should never have to pay more to do something you love. And another thing that my rant kind of brought me to my attention was someone asked me what camera I'm using. I'm either using my cell phone, which is like a blue Samsung knockoff, or my old mini iPad that I paid for. Yes, it was $300, but that's a little computer. And I use it for a lot. Like I record videos, I take pictures, I share stuff on my Snapchat. No, wait, I don't have a Snapchat. Forget about that. I have a Pinterest, I have an Instagram, and I use it to share on those sites. And it's super helpful. Sorry, I'm laughing about that tangent with the Snapchat. Don't have it, don't get it. I don't get it, you can get it if you want to. But yeah, you should just do it, I guess. If you've got a camera, just do it. Make videos, share your art, be beautiful, and always remember, do what you do to make that art for you. And you shouldn't have to go broke and you shouldn't have to starve yourself just to be able to make a great doodle. And I don't know what else to say. Just stay happy, keep it sketchy, and stay healthy. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and have a great day. Lots of love. Bye.